Good morning, good morning, good morning, good morning. How you guys doing? This is Desmond, the Rideshare Whisperer, coming to bring you a brand new fresh video today to help you make more money with your Uber and Lyft driving experience, guys. I'm making this video here, guys, today, and let me say this first and foremost. I am not a tax expert, okay? I want to give you that disclaimer before I get into what I'm about to talk about. So nobody can say, oh, well, I heard from Desmond, the Rideshare Whisperer, blah, blah, blah. So I'm letting you guys know right now, I am not a tax professional, but I'm going to give you some truth to your 1099 statements that you get from Uber and or Lyft, guys. And the reason why I'm giving these things, I'm going to give you this information is because, quite frankly, a lot of you are taking a loss when it comes to filing your taxes for doing rideshare, and I'm explaining to you why, guys. All right, first and foremost, let's talk about the whole illicit thing about how many miles you drove on Uber and or Lyft. Lyft and Uber, when they send you your 1099, they're telling you, okay, you drove this amount of miles. First of all, you made this amount of money when you really made that amount of money. We'll talk about that later on, okay? But you drove this many miles, but it does not reflect how many miles, nowhere near the amount of miles that was actually put on your vehicle, guys. All right. So, who is wrong? The 1099 or the federal government? Well, it's like this. The law says that if you are an independent contractor, business owner, one and the same, that the vehicle that you use for business, you're able to write up to 58 cents per mile that you're using that vehicle for business. Uber and or Lyft only records the mile when you actually have the passenger in the car. But just as anybody should know, you have to get that car to that person to pick them up. So they're just truncating those miles that it take you to go pick that person up. You should get the federal law states that any miles that are driven for business purposes only is 58 cents per mile, guys. This also harks back to the reason when I said in my video that the most successful drivers for Uber and Lyft have a separate car just for driving Uber and Lyft. They don't drive their personal cars. They buy a car separately. This car was bought for the intentions of just doing rideshare. I only utilize this car when I'm out doing rideshare. So every single mile that I put on this car is for business. So when the 1099 comes in and says it was this many miles for me picking the person up, it does not reflect what's on here. Hence the reason why they have devices for track your miles. Hence the reason why they tell you should always keep track of your miles when you're doing this, because that 1099 does not reflect what you actually drove on your car, and you will be shorting yourself drastically. If this statement says, okay, you drove 17,000 miles, but your odometer shows that you drove 34,000 miles, because it's on average about double the amount of miles from going to pick the person up to taking them on the trip is what it usually ends up being for the most part, okay? So you are taking a loss because you're not writing off the mileage, the proper amount of miles for you conducting business with your vehicle, okay? That's first thing. Second thing is, they say, let's say for instance, your 1099 says, okay, well, you made $21,000 this year, minus all of the fees, the call fee, the pickup fee, and all this different stuff. You made, I don't know, $14,000, right? And then they tell you these may be your deductible. You're only supposed to pay taxes on the money that you actually made. You never made that money. That money never went into your bank account. That money was never transferred to you. The only money that you're responsible for paying taxes on is the actual money that went into your bank account. The actual money that you got transferred from them to you. That's your money. The rest of that, that's their problem, guys. And I see it so many times. Every time I look at my that tax statement, I laugh at it because that's not mine. I did not receive that income. I don't know what they have going on over there, guys, but I'm not going to be responsible for that. I mean, yeah, you can put in your deductions, okay? But when Uber charges that fee, that's money they made. I don't know how they're working that out. Really don't care. Only thing I'm concerned about is paying what I'm supposed to pay taxes on, and that was the money that actually came into my account. Now, I'm supposed to also do my deductions, which I will do my deductions because I do pay out X amount of dollars on every trip for insurance, you know, with Uber. So if I get hurt or something like that, I can still get compensated in the event I get into an accident or whatever else. And my other deductions, like for my food and all this stuff like this, that, and the third, which you would find out with your tax preparer, guys. But my point is, guys, be smart when you're doing your taxes. Don't get bamboozled and you end up paying, if you have to paying back more taxes than you should be because you didn't have the proper amount of miles written off that you actually put in your vehicle, and you also haven't had the proper amount of your right deductions because you're actually covering deductions that is not your stuff to cover anyway. So anyhow, guys, I hope this video reaches you in good spirits and it helps you have success, especially during this tax season. Like I said, once again, let me make a disclaimer. I am not a tax specialist. I am not quoting the laws here. I am just telling you guys, you may want to reference back with your tax preparer. Maybe you want to reference a tax attorney to make sure that you're well within your legal limits. But in all, don't get screwed over paying taxes on money you never made, guys. Don't get screwed over by not actually having the amount of miles that you actually drove doing business mandated by federal law. So at any rate, guys, this is Desmond with this is Desmond the Rideshare Whisperer signing off. Oh, let me stop. If you like, if this video was beneficial to you, make sure you give me that thumbs up. Click that thumbs up. Also, hit the subscribe button on my channel, and then click on the bell in the bottom right corner so you can get all of my content right into your inbox every time I put new content up, guys. Once again, this is Desmond the Rideshare Whisperer signing off. Peace. Go make your money and enjoy your day. Bye-bye.